Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Cambo Campbell.
You're bloody lucky I'm here, Nelson. Because
Yeah.
then what would you do? You'd have a show with no problems.
Yeah,
All the topics they would stay on topic.
yeah.
What a nightmare.
What a bloody waste of my time that would have
I
been.
know, and the listeners.
Yeah,
No one wants concise, well-read information.
yeah, exactly. I mean, for that you go to the news stations.
Do you ever find those podcasts that someone's just kind of reading a Wikipedia page?
Yeah. I feel like
so
there's
boring.
a lot of those.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
normally like some crime podcast.
Yeah.
And they've just opened the Wikipedia page of some crime thing, but then they put like the dramatic piano
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that just a podcast though? You know, what are we?
I mean, yes.
Just talking about stuff. You don't need it. It doesn't need to be good.
Yeah.
We're evidence of that.
It just needs to go out every week.
Just needs to go out every fortnight if you can't be bothered.
That's true. Yeah, there are podcasts that go out every fortnight. Aren't there?
Yeah.
They've really worked it out.
Boy, do I wish we were one of those, Cambo. Especially, I've been sick this week.
You have, yeah.
And you wouldn't have a bar of it.
No.
I said, Cambo, can we please skip just 1 week? We've done 113 episodes. Can't we please just skip one little week?
Yeah.
And you said, don't you friggin' move.
I threatened your life physically.
Yeah.
I pulled out a knife.
Yep.
And
the worst thing was, it was a butter knife.
I know.
Can you imagine threatening somebody with a butter knife? That is so much more... my imagination went wild as to the amount of pain I would go through being stabbed with a butter knife.
No,
like, I imagine it would be dull at first, but you ramp the intensity up.
Yeah.
After a while, that gets way more painful than a sharp knife.
That's the thing. Like, sharp knife, I'll kill you quick.
Yeah.
Butter knife, it's going to last.
It's gonna, oh gosh. And then, like, are you more likely to go for the soft spots? You know, like, should I shield my eyes?
Yeah.
Is that the things I have to worry about?
You're not going to trick me on this podcast into telling you how I would murder you with a butter knife. I think I'll keep that one in case I ever need to murder you with a butter knife. Thank you very much.
And you know what? I want the surprise.
Because I will start stabbing you and you go,
this is unique. Not where I expected, that's for sure.
Also,
yeah. Can I tell you, being sick this week, it's bloody sucks.
You don't sound sick, Nelson. I think you've been faking it because you sound wonderful.
This is very much part of my problem.
Okay.
If you ever been in the sickness, right, where I feel like I'm that sickness where you can't really explain to people that you're sick. I want to describe it as bleh. You know, like I just, are you sick? What's wrong? I'm like, I'll just bleh. You know, just
See,
bleh.
what you don't have, which is important for this show, is the sick voice. You know when people call sick?
Exactly.
I just can't.
I felt really weird because I mean it's a family business, right? That I work for, and I had a few days off this week, and I went in on like I don't know, last Tuesday or something or Wednesday, and I wasn't feeling well, but I was just speaking like this pretty normally, and I was like, hey, I don't really want to be here today, and then. I mean, luckily, my dad and sister were fine. They were like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, go home. But I was like, I still feel like you think I'm lying, okay? Even though I'm not. Because it's like, well, what's wrong with you? Like, I've got a bit of a fever, get headaches sometimes. Oh, so you got a headache and fever right now? Well, no, not right now, but I'm kind of, I'm like that in between. I'm bleh, okay? Can we just say it's like the yodeling thing, that we made up when you've got something totally crazy that you need people to believe. Yeah, I feel like you should do this. We should do the same for sickness. Right. You can just say I'm bleh, and then you just know. Okay, that's the sickness.
It's an indescribable sickness. I'm not. It's not like I've got a croaky voice or I'm coughing or anything like that. I am unwell. But to look at me and to hear me aesthetically, I look fine.
I look fine, yeah.
But I'm blah.
Blah.
Okay, I like it. We are soon going to have our own language.
Yeah.
It's just going to be yodeling and blahs everywhere.
Yodeling and blahs. What more do you need?
Or at least I would settle for if we ever got to the point. And it would take, we're only on 113. We've only just made 2. Yeah. So it's going to take maybe thousands of episodes, but a book of like translations.
Okay.
So it's not so much that we speak in a different language. It's just that you might need a handy guide to translate some of the things we're saying.
Yeah.
I want to get to that point. So
okay,
that complex.
So when we have a guest on the show, we'll say, hey, flip through this quick 500-page document. Just so you can get caught up with all the euphemisms and such. Radio.
Any problems, just give us a yodel.
Just give us yodel. Of course, we're talking about kind of a baritone yodel.
Yeah.
Look, read the book. You'll understand when you get in there. Soprano yodel, completely different.
Also, just before we get into Reddit, because that's what this show is about sometimes.
Yeah.
Reddit. Apologies to your sister, who I believe took some offense at my joke. Your sister never looks good.
Yeah, and then me confirming you're right, she never does.
So just confirming,
didn't think she
your
was going to
sister
listen.
is very beautiful. Yeah. It was a joke.
Now it's just a bit weird. Actually, you've gone from one extreme to the other.
Oh yeah, she's married now, wasn't she?
Yeah, I mean, stop creeping on my sister is all I'm saying. Okay. But anyway, Cambo, let's get into Reddit. Well, we've got... we're going to talk about the Reddit Secret Santa, which we touched on last week that we had signed up.
If you thought what we just did was filler.
Oh boy.
Wait for this bit.
Wait for this. So, we both signed up for the Reddit Secret Santa. This is our third year, right?
Third year.
So far... I think I've won one.
Yep.
You've won one.
So we're at a draw.
We're at a tie. Although I would like to say that I think I have won the gifting both times.
Right. Yeah. Your gifts were
because I got a T-shirt for somebody that I made.
Yep.
Which was depicted a chip off the old block.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming they said they liked sayings or something like that. I don't know.
We don't exactly remember why we made the shirt, or why you made the shirt, I should say. Yeah. No, I'll take credit.
But glorious praise.
One of our 2 bits of merchandise we've ever made. The chip off the old block t-shirt. And of course, our original piece of merchandise, a t-shirt that simply reads, I love jury nullification.
Yes.
The context of which will not be provided here.
Yeah, you'll get... I think astute listeners will just get it.
Yeah.
But no, actually, there was a third piece because for my very first Secret Santa, I gave them a mouse pad.
Yeah.
A mouse pad? A mouse pad. That had the Kappa face, which is Twitch related, which is the streaming service, and that one got taken down off Redbubble because they were like, Twitch has claimed that you're using them, which I definitely did. I 100% did. Yeah. But look, I got the precedent out there before I was, contacted about that. And so that's one of a kind. You can't get that
Redbubble has been good to you in this gift exchange.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah. 2 out of 2. Let's try to make it 3 out of 3. Anyway, so we thought, and I can't remember what you got. Your other people. I remember you got a hard one year. Somebody that was like vegan and like.
Yep. So what I got for those for new listeners. Who may not remember, what I got for them was something called a Goodness Me box, which is a box full of all kinds of healthy vegan snacks.
Yeah.
And they really liked it. They posted in the thing like the thank you, but then I think they again posted separately somewhere saying, "Oh, have you ever heard of these boxes?" So I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I've made an impression at least."
Yeah.
To be like, this is a cool thing. I don't remember what I said the first and last year.
Yeah, I don't remember either, which is why I'm claiming.
You probably won.
But anywho, so we're just going to quickly go through, I guess, our
new matches.
Our new matches. And hopefully, listeners, if you come up with ideas, you can tell us what to get each person. So you go first, Cameron.
Okay, sure. So I'll read the little bio that they provide.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Surya. I'm an average guy in his mid-20s that's just moved from my hometown to Melbourne, Australia. So average guy in his mid-20s, unusual to see on Reddit, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a couple of signposts of here. What I would pick is someone I would imagine is on Reddit. I'm not saying they're racist. I'm saying that they're a guy in their mid-20s that likes computers.
Yeah. That's a high percentage of Reddit.
I just got a new job as programmer and I live in an apartment with my girlfriend. Bragging with his girlfriend.
I
love rock climbing and bouldering as well as all things IT.
Bouldering?
Yes. That's what it says.
What is bouldering?
I don't know, and I shan't look it up.
Get him a boulder. I heard you like bouldering. Yeah, he's a massive rock.
What if I upload a picture of a boulder to Redbubble? Send him a t-shirt with a boulder on it. As well as all things IT. I just built my first decent computer, and I'm building a home lab with parts I brought from Gumtree, the Australian version of Craigslist. So by lab, I assume they mean.
I think that he hasn't realized that he's only getting national matches.
Yeah, I think so.
So I could get anyone. No, that's not how this works.
He's obviously someone that's moved from overseas because he specified Melbourne, Australia.
Oh,
which I feel like if you were going to an Australian, you wouldn't need to.
Yeah.
But outside of Australia, no one knows anything but Sydney.
Yeah.
So it's important to be like Melbourne, that's in Australia.
Okay. There is another Melbourne in the world, so it could be. Yeah.
I've been getting into cycling too, but I'm not very fit. Still rocking that one pack. I love taking photos with my camera and telling stories with pictures. In an alternative universe, I'm sure I would have been a travel photographer. So that's his little bio. Cool.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know, we sort of briefly discussed our people beforehand.
Yeah.
And you led me to believe that you didn't have as much to go on.
But no, sorry, I didn't mean to mislead you.
Yeah, well, you bloody did. Okay. But that's pretty. I think you've got a lot of decent stuff in there.
Yeah.
Boulder, I would suggest, is number one.
Number one. I'm also, Nelson, and I want your / the listeners' vibe on this.
Yeah.
Thinking of doing kind of a shit thing.
Okay.
It's a shit thing to do, but not to him and not to me, but to the person who got me last year. Yeah. They sent me something I haven't opened yet. A little photography pack.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a photography 30-day challenge.
That's true, and you never did. It was like an Instagram challenge thing, right? I think it was Instagram branded, but
And I've never opened it.
Yeah.
And I was actually going, because I'm going away at the end of the year, I was actually going to take it and go, maybe I'll do it here. But I'm actually thinking, because you said...
you could re-gift it.
I could that wouldn't be I should point out.
I
should point out, that won't be the whole gift.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, instead of me using it when I go overseas, perhaps I'll send it on.
Yeah.
To get some use, because he said that he really likes telling stories with pictures and he feels like he would have been a travel photographer.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably good. I will accept that re-gifting.
Thank you very much.
So long as it comes with something fucking fantastic.
Yeah, a t-shirt with a boulder.
Yeah, well, mate, I've heard these bouldering people go nuts for a boulder. Okay, well, let me read through mine.
Sure.
And you tell me what I should get.
Okay.
So, likes and dislikes. A few years into Reddit Secret Santa, and it's always been interesting to see what people get. Just a regular guy with a normal, everyday job. Just fantastic.
Cool.
So already, my mind is exploding with possibilities.
Yeah, because at the moment, you can have anything ever. That's the good thing.
I could get him a boulder. Okay, no, but here's a good thing, right?
At the moment, very vague.
Very vague. He's nailed it down. Listen to this. Mm-hmm. While I do play Pokemon Go...
Oh, okay.
Pokemon Go, great. Everybody loves Pokemon.
There's a specific thing.
There is so much Pokemon merchandise.
Yep.
Okay, while I do play Pokemon Go, I'm not interested in figurines or Pokemon things. That, I would say, probably... Don't mention that in the first place. Because I tell you what's going to happen. On the day before everything's due... I'm going to get him something Pokemon related because I cannot think of anything else.
I'm going to upload this image of Charizard to Redbubble, place my order, and off it goes.
Oh, do you know what we should do? A Charizard on a boulder, and then we've got a gift for both our matches.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
Wait, isn't there some kind of rock Pokemon? Surely there is.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
It's Rockman. Yeah, I know you're not a Pokemon guy, Cameron, but you have to trust me on that one. I'll quickly read through some of his other stuff.
Okay. Oh, is that his whole description?
That was it.
Oh,
that's all I got. Yours was so much more. There's just so much more.
Now, Nelson, when we were briefly discussing this earlier, you led me to believe you didn't have much to go on.
Yeah.
You were dead right.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's an average guy that likes normal things. He likes Pokemon Go, but don't get him anything Pokemon Go.
But don't get him anything Pokemon
Okay.
stuff.
See, because I didn't even have to delve into, because he did. There's
questions
questions, but I didn't really
yeah.
delve in because it kind of backs up things that I had read. There's one or two little bits here or there that may be interesting, but I thought, well, it's not that relevant.
Yeah.
But we're going to need to delve into these questions.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go into the questions. First question.
So what's the name?
Ephil01.
Okay.
I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is go onto Reddit and search their comment
history,
and post history and get a bit more. But anyway, first question.
I would love for just everything he's ever commented on, just like it's a picture of a park. It's just like, looks nice.
Yeah.
The most average, normal things.
That's true. Okay. First question. Ever been abducted by aliens? Nope. Nope was his answer. And then you think, that's funny that you answer this, because the next two questions, favorite actors, athletes, entertainers, and then also favorite books/authors, your giftee did not provide a response. But to the have you ever been abducted by aliens, he put
no.
Definitely not.
That one I'm sure of.
Don't want to leave that blank just in case you think that I might have been abducted.
Yeah, and I just didn't want to talk about it. That's not the case. To clear things up, just like other normal, regular people, I too have never been abducted by aliens.
Yeah. Okay, favorite TV shows or movies? Blind Spot. Which I know because the girl who's in that plays in D&D Critical Role.
Okay, Blind Spot, what is that?
I think it's like a cop show.
Okay.
Because then his next one is NCIS.
Okay. And
then superhero type movies/series.
Yep.
Okay? That's not generic at all.
No.
Hardly anyone likes that stuff.
No, yeah. They're not the biggest things at the box office.
So, how would you make the world a better place?
It's also convenient that he didn't give you, because normally people have some kind of an allegiance to either Marvel or DC.
Yeah, just anything.
But you don't know which one to pick.
Superhero type movies.
Just actually, he didn't not say superhero movies.
Not superhero movies.
I like things like Unbreakable. That's not actually based on a comic, but it is a superhero type thing.
It's a type of superhero movie. This is. Oh boy, I've got so many ideas. Okay, I have the following allergies: cats. Good, won't get you a cat.
Yep.
I have the following pets: 2 mini dogs. My favorite sport teams are Seahawks. What is that? Is that rugby?
Seattle Seahawks. I think
it's
American
NHL.
Football,
Yeah. Okay. My favorite subreddits are
normal things.
r/legal advice.
Yeah.
Politics. Pokemon Go. Don't go to anything from that. Seattle WA.
Yeah.
Relationship advice. Very generic. Aside from Pokemon
okay,
Go.
But there's inklings here. There's one
relationship advice. He wants a girlfriend.
Whoa. My guy has a girlfriend. Let's see if I can convince him.
Convince your guy that he doesn't need a girlfriend.
There's one thing standing out at the moment. He mentioned his 2 little dogs, and he also likes the category "aw." Yeah. So I think a real win for any kind of pet owner is if you get something for their pet.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. I did actually instinctively think that. And then the only other thing he says really of interest is what are your favorite foods or snacks? And he said Asian snacks.
Asian snacks, okay.
So maybe something there. But you know what I'm worried about? Because I did get an American person because I purposefully did that.
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to drop it off? I will be there.
And that would be really funny. Are you going to Seattle? Because
No.
I'm assuming there's anyway, but I'm worried that like our Asian snacks are different to American Asian snacks. There's like
that could be interesting.
Oh yeah, actually maybe that's a benefit. Like, hey, try these Asian snacks. And you're like, oh, they're rubbish. Not what I'm used to at all. And then the last one he said, you're trapped on a desert island. What do you bring with you? He says, my phone. Okay. So
Nelson,
here's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Go on to Reddit. find his profile,
Yep.
see where he's posted on r/r,
Yep.
and get a photo of his dogs.
Yep.
Put it on a phone cover. I mean, go to Redbubble.
Yeah, obviously.
Get a Redbubble.
Obviously get a Redbubble.
Say, hey, Redbubble, it's me, Nelson. They say, hey, welcome back. Is it that time of year? But I don't know what phone he's got.
Right.
He just said my phone. Mm-hmm. Very annoying.
Yeah. And even sometimes in metadata you can see sent from iPhones and from whatever. But even then, what model?
Yeah, exactly.
The iPhone 10, for instance, has like a vertical camera, whereas the iPhone 8 has the horizontal two cameras.
Yeah.
Or if it's anything below an 8, just got the single camera.
It's sort of tempting, honestly, to send him a bunch of different phone cases and just hope.
Let me know which one was right.
Nailed it. Because I would pay the extra money to just be like, hopefully one of these fits. Otherwise, you've got a present for your girlfriend that you don't have.
Now, Nelson, there is an opportunity here to have your cake and eat it too. Because they said, look, I love Pokemon, but I hate Pokemon things.
Yes.
But is there surely an Asian snack that is Pokemon themed? Surely in the gratuitous kind of merchandising of that franchise, surely you can both send him an Asian snack and a Pokemon thing, but not a Pokemon thing he has to keep. Yeah,
some sort of Rice Krispies shaped like Pikachu.
Yes.
Okay.
Or Rockman.
Or the infamous Rockman. You know what? I think Orion. Nah. Don't know. Anyway,
were you trying to think of the
I was
Pokemon?
Trying to think of the Pokemon.
Oh, no, it's Rockman.
I mean, aside from Rockman, there are multiple rock Pokemon, and I nailed the Rockman. I just can't think of the other one. All right, Gambo, we've gone for too long, so I'm not going to do the Reddit on Reddit that I had.
Okay,
I'm going to go straight into Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. What's the intro to that? Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Bob B12345. Today I learned a member of Al Capone's gang promised federal agent Elliot Ness that $2,000, in brackets, around $33,250 in today's money, would be on his desk every Monday if he turned a blind eye to their bootlegging. Ness refused the bribe and in later years struggled with money. He died almost broke at the age of 54.
Wow. Should take that money.
If that's not a lesson to take
because money. They didn't get Al Capone for bootlegging.
Yeah,
they got him for tax evasion.
Take
the money, Ness.
Take the money. That is like the biggest lesson of take the money because it's not. Hey, do you want to take this money from the criminal or do you want to die alone and broke?
And I understand.
At the age of 54, that's a young age. It probably the stress of not having enough money probably took years from his life.
I understand the argument that was but it's about the job or the integrity. You didn't get him.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
You didn't.
Don't worry about that, Ness.
It was a waste. You could have taken the money and then secretly kept an eye on them. In fact, if anything, I've heard the phrase keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah. Especially if your enemies are paying you $33,000.
I would be besties with my enemies if they were giving me $33,000. Holy crap, man. I wash their car every week.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'll turn an eye to crime and shine your shoes because that's how much I value this $33,000 a week.
Money-making ploy.
Yeah.
Should we have an enemy that we can somehow down the line try and exploit for money?
Okay.
Maybe a rival podcast.
I like where you're thinking. So we probably need a successful one. So that they've got the money to spend on.
Who's the most successful podcast?
It'd probably be like
Is it
there's like crime ones,
or is it like the Joe Rogan Experience? That's always up there.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. Or I feel like there's another really obvious one on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it, and it's annoying me.
Okay.
There's one called like Law that actually that's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Look, there's lots out there that we could. But we need them to pay us money.
Yeah.
To turn a blind eye? Just for anything, really.
Yeah, so we'll keep pestering them.
Oh, okay. We just keep annoying them.
Yeah.
Are we going to be like internet trolls? Like, just go on any sort of media and just be like, hey, your podcast sucks.
Yeah.
Give us $33,000 a week.
The podcast sucks. That podcast is better. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. Why are we stopping at 1? Now that I think about it.
Well, okay, let's just beta test one. Right. And make sure this is a solid method.
Yeah.
Which obviously it will be.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll just attack the charts.
Okay.
We'll work from number 1 down.
Number 1, just all the way to the ground. I like it.
You know what? I know we've got a no phone rule here, but I'm just going to check what the number 1 trending podcast
I'm cool
is.
for it because I want to know.
And then we know our first
I want to know who we're exploiting. First off, is this going to be Australian chart? I mean, there's the US charts as well. There's so many.
I think I'm on the Australian charts
because the ABC would probably be top of.
I'm seeing a show called The Teacher's Pet by the Australian, the newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What a bunch of sons of bitches.
No, you know what? I think because I'm okay with that, right? Because they've got a whole other business generating money. Yeah. You know, it's not like a podcast that's making measly bucks from from the advertising dollars. It's like they've got a whole nother, they're a news outlet.
All right. Well, people listening out there, if you want to tell the Teacher's Pet podcast that they suck and Reddit or Reddit is better. And if we're certainly not going to stop you, wink, wink,
wink, wink. But also, it's pretty important that you also put in there, hey, if you want this to stop, pay them $33,000 a year. We'd really super appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you know what, the other thing I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
About getting back to this specific federal agent.
Sure.
Is that they said you just have to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the best thing about a blind eye, isn't it? Is that you don't know the crime that's going on.
Right.
To feel bad about it.
So you're saying ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. What? Like, if I had somebody that came up to me and just said, hey, I'm going to do crime. I'm going to pay you just to not,
Don't look into it.
Don't look into it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, they could be just an excessive jaywalker.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hurting anyone, putting themselves at risk, if anything. So I think this guy just missed out on a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I'm just, they say that federal agents are smart. I don't really think so. I think take the money.
We'll certainly take the money from Teacher's Pet.
Just in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Here's another one, Cambo.
Sure.
This is by Slicky6. Today I learned if a beta male, if a beta male mandrill wins a fight, it physically morphs into an alpha male over time, gaining facial coloration, bigger testicles, and the ability to breed. Bet you didn't know that.
No, I didn't. So what was it? What animal?
A beta male mandrill. It's like a baboon,
right? Okay,
type thing.
Yeah,
I don't know whether specific. I just saw the little photo on it. I obviously didn't click on the article.
No, why would you?
What am I, a fucking monster?
Yeah. For new listeners of the show, we don't click on the article.
We don't click on the articles. But really, I mean, if you're judging us, do you click on the articles? I bet most of you don't. I mean, there's the one guy that's like, yeah, who doesn't? Yeah. You're a nerd. Okay, stop.
You probably know the real name of Rockman.
Yeah, what a fucking nerd. So it was like one of those baboons with I don't know if there's like different types or whatever.
Sure.
They have their like blue face.
Yeah,
you know those ones I'm talking about. So it was those ones.
So when they're attacked, when a beta male is attacked, they transform into an alpha male.
Yeah.
And what did it say that their skin color changes? Their facial thing?
It changes. So they turn into an alpha male over time, gaining facial coloration.
Wow.
Maybe the blue face thing is okay, yeah.
And larger testicles.
Bigger testes and the ability to breed. I thought this was interesting. Although you brought up, because I assumed that they were having fights with each other. Like maybe there's only ever one baboon that can mate right? And then there's this other baboon, and he's like, "Cool, want me a bit of that?" And so he's like, "I'm going to challenge the alpha male," and then he beats him, and then he becomes the alpha male.
Yeah.
But maybe you're right. There's not necessarily just one, but there's like a few, and so if a couple fight between each other, then eventually, there's lots of alpha males pop up.
Yeah,
that makes way more sense.
Wow. See, the thing is, I barely scratched the surface, and then you've put all that together based on the very little I said, and then you've credited it back to me. So. You're welcome.
Yeah,
no problem.
If anything, you just better listened to the thing that I read. So
it's kind of like how a teacher will help you get there by yourself, and they'll just listen to you work out aloud, and then they go, "Very good, yeah, very good." That I had that moment.
Or a psychologist, like. How does that make you feel?
Yeah,
it makes me feel angry. I'm glad that you said that.
It's like at the end where you're like, and I guess I hate my father. Oh my God, I've done it. And they're like, yes, that's $10,000. What we're saying is psychiatry is a scam.
It's a scam. Nothing is real. But here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Have you won a fight before, Cambo?
Physical fight?
Yeah.
I haven't been in many physical fights, come to think of it. Amongst my brothers, no. Never.
Yeah.
I would often be beaten up because of my smart mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, you've told this quite before. You could really take a punch when you were younger. And then encouraged it quite often.
Yeah. It was often my favorite phrase was after I'd been punched, beaten up, and got up from the ground. My favorite phrase was, and there's plenty more where that came from. And it was almost like my brothers were reluctant, but they're like, ugh. No one need to kick his ass again. I don't even want to.
I don't. I'm so tired.
But there's just no way we can let that go.
Is that where you picked up the blunt knife trick?
Oh, maybe.
They taught you a couple of things about stabbing somebody with a butter knife.
But no, I don't think I've
really won a fight. I don't think I've really won a fight.
Yeah.
I pose the question. Here's the hypothetical question.
Yeah.
Has any human ever won a fight?
Yep.
Think about that.
No, I did. They have.
Oh, yeah. I suppose
like
Muhammad Ali.
Yes. Boxing, MMA.
Yeah, but I say that's just, that's in terms of nature, that's the weakling sort of fight. You know? Like, for example, there could be fights to the death.
Yeah.
We know that gladiatorial fights never went to death, basically, ever.
Yeah. And gladiators they're also a scam.
They're a scam.
Gladiators and psychiatrists.
It's all a scam.
Yeah.
Most of life is a scam.
We'll tell you what's not a scam.
I'm only just suggesting that maybe if we get into the right fight,
sure,
we might evolve.
Okay. Think of those testes.
I want gigantic testes, is what I'm saying. I think that, maybe, like Mike Tyson does have huge testes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he does. But I'm saying, what if we just start fighting sharks?
The irony, I guess, would be that you would assume that some of the pro fighters maybe were on steroids, which famously shrink your testicles. But then their testicles grow larger from their alpha male status, and they just average out to normal testicles.
Just normal testes.
Yeah.
So we need to start a boxing rink where nobody takes any testosterone.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, I don't know.
Steroids.
Yeah.
That's what we were.
I thought you were asking me what was in steroids.
No,
I'm
no.
I'm not qualified to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I think, is fighting sharks, lions, tigers, bears. Fight a bear.
You know what? Fighting a shark is so based on location.
Yeah.
Fighting a shark in the water, I'm a bit scared.
Yeah.
Fight on land,
mate. You're only a bit scared fighting a shark in water. My respect for you has just skyrocketed.
Okay. Oh, good, because that was a lie.
Okay, right.
But I'll fight a shark on the land.
No, I think you are. I think it's in shallow water.
Okay. How shallow?
You're like waist deep.
Oh, okay. What do I have?
Just your bare hands, mate.
Okay, I guess
There's
no
tools allowed.
No time like the president to try the punch in the nose trick.
You may as well give it a go.
Can I have a butter knife?
You may not have.
Because you know it's my weapon of choice.
If there's one thing that's stopping the testes growing from humans, it's tools and weapons of any sort.
Of course.
So, bare fist it, punch the nose. That might work.
Punch it in the nose. But see, that's the thing. That apparently paralyzes them for a few minutes. But then I don't know what to do from there. I guess I could drag it out of the water.
Yeah.
And then
I think my best strategy would be to jump into the mouth of the shark and try to choke it from the inside.
That's a terrible strategy.
Why is that? The
Because
teeth
one
are on the
shark-
outside of the thing.
Yeah, but unless you can it'll need to be a massive shark that you could fit in entirely, first of all.
Yeah.
But if you don't get in all the way on your first attempt and they just chew down, you're in half.
Okay. Think about this, though. Have you ever tried to put your fist entirely in your mouth? It's very hard to like clench down after a certain point, right?
Yeah.
So I only just need to get that far in where it's hard for them to clench down.
Human teeth and shark teeth different, I would suspect, in force.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I'm already in there. You know, like so. Even if it clenches down, it's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think I will choke that shark to death on the inside before I die of blood loss from the legs.
So I've always heard the fact, and I don't know if it's actually true, that if a shark stops swimming, it will die.
Oh.
Could you just stop the shark from swimming?
Okay, so you dive underneath and lift your legs up. Like push them out of the water with your legs,
and you need to like hold them in place. I guess,
but
I don't know how that works. I've heard it as a fact, but I don't know what the science is behind that.
Okay. Look. We I think we've been looking at too many difficult scenarios. Here's how you do it.
Okay,
get behind the shark. When it goes for a lunge, you roll to the side.
Yep.
Or you kind of swim a little bit to the side. You're in waist deep water. It's pretty. You've got a little
and
bit
you
of
move
movement.
quite slowly.
You move pretty slow, but you know what? Okay, you do this. You get behind it, grab it by the tail, swing it around until it is out of the water.
Right.
And then would it suffocate? Can't be there, right?
No.
So if you just keep swinging it around,
Yeah.
above the water level.
Could you? Because if you're in shallow water, presumably you're at the bay of a beach.
Yeah.
Could you throw it onto land?
Yeah, I think, yeah. You can just chuck it onto land.
Yeah.
And then it's fighting on your turn. I mean, which I guess the idea of the shark is probably trying to bite you and then drag you further into the sea.
Exactly.
So.
And I didn't tell you this before, but on the beach,
yeah,
I stashed a butter knife.
heaps of butter knives. Just so many.
So once it's on the shore, Nelson, it's dead.
Right, that's funny.
Okay.
I just stashed a gun. I don't know why you went...
Your gun is inconsequential.
Yeah, it's inferior to the Michael Campbell butter knife approach.
Exactly.
Alrighty, Cambo, let's get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Manamong Gamers. Family Feud would be a lot easier if they said who the 100 people they questioned were. I have a huge problem with the Family Feud game. Mm-hmm. I think they should say, hey, we questioned 100 fucking morons.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
This is what they came up with.
That's the thing. You know, I have seen people with the clipboards asking the questions.
Oh, okay.
And it was at midday at a shopping centre.
Yeah.
Like, these are not the regular people you should be aiming for.
They were not intelligent enough to get a job.
They're at a shopping centre at the middle of the day, and I am aware that I am also in a shopping center in the middle of the day. But this has made me rethink everything.
Yeah, and I'm smart enough to not answer that survey. Okay, this is where my biggest beef comes from for Family Food, right? Family Feud. I was playing the board game once. I was on a trip away with some friends. We were like, hey, this will be a bit of a laugh.
Yep.
Got it out. First question I got was something along the lines of, what does a winemaker do?
Sure.
And I can't remember my exact answers.
Yeah.
Or answer, but it was something along the lines of grows grapes, crushes grapes.
Yeah.
Bottles wine. I think it was something around there. I think it was grape related.
Yeah, they're your top.
Very, just for those fucking morons listening, wine comes from grapes. Okay, yeah. I just need to point that out. Not one question was remotely close to anything to do with grapes. I was so pissed. I was like,
do you remember the answers?
I remember one of them was taste wine. Which in the process of making wine, it's not really, like, you don't really taste it as you go, right? It's not like a cooking recipe. It's basically like, you know how to create wine.
Yeah.
And you know different methods to get different tastes. But it's not like, because it has to, like it ages in barrels, for you, which is such an important part of like the taste. So they might wait 8 months or something or whatever and taste a little bit of it and go, okay, this is a flavor we're happy to send out on the shelves.
Sure.
But it's not like up there with the important parts of making wine. Like, there's a process, I'm sure, for some of the bigger brands that nobody's tasting wine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's completely manufactured by like an assembly line.
Exactly.
Like, we know what it tastes like.
Stop
tasting
it. Yeah, that's right. In fact, only the people really buying wine do taste tests of wine. So I'm just annoyed at the whole system, basically, from that one answer.
Yeah. That's the problem with Family Feud, is it's what the most people think.
Yeah.
But that is not always correct.
Yeah.
What the most people think.
Exactly. Most people
think the Fast and Furious is a good movie franchise. But that doesn't make it a good movie franchise.
Yeah. That's true. I don't mind them. But I know that you need grapes for wine.
Yes.
So
if there's two things we know, you need grapes for wine, and Fast and Furious isn't that good. They're the two things we know.
But I think it's okay. But never mind. Here's another one.
Yeah.
This is by shitters_FU11. If the DIY video starts with a kid talking in 8-bit audio quality, he'll show you exactly what you're looking for with no BS.
Yeah, I see. In some of the work I do, because it's like motion graphics and things in like computer programs I need to learn how to do.
Yeah.
I'm always taught by someone either way younger than me or way older than me.
Yeah.
It's never a guy my age teaching me anything.
Yeah.
Normally it's the younger.
Yeah.
It's like some 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And they are so much better than I will ever be.
Yeah.
Or my favorite is the older person who is trying to come to grips with this technology still.
Okay, yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Like in the seniors people's home, that is the tech guru.
Yeah. For instance, I was watching one and he said, you need to duplicate this layer. And I happen to know on the Mac you press Apple and C, Apple and V. Copy and paste. But he selected it and then he went up to the menu and he copied it from the menu and then he selected the new layer and then he went up to the menu and then he pasted it.
I hate it.
But I still needed to know the rest of the stuff, and it was infuriating me to be like, do this quicker.
Exactly. I have this idea for, don't anybody steal this, listeners, for God's sake, okay? We come up with many stupid ideas, okay? And like, only 80% of them are we sure are going to work. Yeah. Okay. This one I'm sure is going to work. Like, you create a YouTube channel. Yeah. And it's called Tutorials for Not Idiots.
That's good catchy name.
Yeah. Right. And it's a tutorial videos on just everything and anything, and it only takes, every video is like absolute maximum 1 minute. But but I reckon most are like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, the things that absolutely shits me, right, is where, and you probably have the same with the like photoshopping type software where you're like, I use it for Excel, so I'll say like, oh, I want to, like, how do you do a VLOOKUP or something?
Sure.
Like, I need to refresh my memory on something like that. And then the title of the video is like, how to do VLOOKUP.
Yeah.
So I click on that, and then it explains to you, it's like a guy who talks for 10 minutes. He's like, right, so what we're going to do is click on this first cell.
Yep.
You can see I'm on the cell A1. And we're going to type into this cell equals, and equals tells the Excel program that you're going to input a function.
So,
and I'm like, the title of your video is how to do a VLOOKUP. Who the F who doesn't know how to work Excel in any capacity is going to click on this, understand that that's exactly what they're looking for, and then for them to like go through this whole long process. I want somebody to be like, hey, this is the formula for a VLOOKUP. This is for this data. This is for this data. This is what, bang.
Yeah.
So just so little time is all I need.
So I guess the idea is, if you're looking up these tutorials, you basically know how to do it. You just need to know this one thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because my favorite thing in tutorials, and let's use Photoshop as an example.
Yeah.
The first thing they do, in fact, I looked one up the other day. I was looking up how to get the old 1980s movie poster kind of painted aesthetic.
Yeah, okay.
And the person goes, well, first thing we're going to do is start a new composition. Like, well, no shit.
yeah.
Of course you have to open a project.
So, that's so dumb. There is not one person that has clicked on that tutorial video and gone, oh, a new composition. That's an interesting idea. Like, who the fuck are these idiots creating these tutorials? Like, what psychopath thinks that they need to go to that amount of detail? Tutorials for not idiots, okay? It's gonna work. It's gonna fucking take off.
With your VLOOKUP situation, it'd be like, look, obviously you got a spreadsheet. Here's a spreadsheet. Yeah. You do this.
Yeah, it's not even that. I think it's gonna be like, it'd just be like, okay, this is literally what the formula says. So it's like equals VLOOKUP bracket. This is your first set of data, comma. This is your second set of data, comma. This is your third set, and that's it.
Yeah,
like that. Zero extra help. You can like do a little example that you've got there. Like, I'm trying to get this information. Here, I've done it this way.
Yeah,
it's all you need. It's all anybody needs for anything ever. Oh, so annoying. Okay.
Yeah, have you vented? You've got it out of your system?
I'm still annoyed. I mean, nobody ever vents and then is like straight away okay.
Yeah.
Ask me at the end of the episode.
You got to simmer.
I'll let you know. Should we do one more?
Make it a quickie, Nels.
Okay. Nothing. Okay. This is by Apple Pie Moonshine 37.
Ooh.
Nothing makes you sweat like realizing you forgot to put on deodorant.
It's fun little joke.
Okay, business idea.
Mm-mm.
This one people can steal.
Okay.
It's in the 20%. You come out with a little fragrancy thing. You plug into your wall.
Yep.
It emits a tone that you can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Also, maybe it's got a little bit of a fragrancy thing as well.
Yep.
You put this in your room when you go to sleep, and you won't sweat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Isn't sweating good for your body?
Then, we say, don't worry about
it. Good. Yeah, I was concerned that was a problem, but it's not.
We say that this is kind of like a subsidy for... it's like a vitamin pill, and on the bottle it says this should not be used to... take over a meal.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's a nice little extra.
A nice little extra boost. I think it's kind of the same thing, right? Where we say, like, look, if you miss a day without deodorant, it'll probably kick in for you.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, you should still put on deodorant when you can.
This doesn't replace deodorant at all times.
Not all times. But really, that device is just a placebo. So that when people do forget to put on deodorant, they're like, lucky I had that device. And then they don't sweat. Which then means it kind of does work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Genius.
Okay. So, people, you are welcome to steal it.
Yeah.
But don't think you'll be selling one to these two.
Yeah.
We're wise to your tricks.
We know this stuff. We've been around the block. If it is successful, give
Cut us in. Give us $33,000.
Yeah. A week.
That's all we ask.
We'll annoy me.
That's all we ask is $33,000.
It's so easy. It's not even that much if you're making billions from this idea. All right, Campbell, let's get into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by Come Sing With Me. And it's kind of a two-parter.
I'll accept one part.
Alrighty. You're in a room full of confirmed idiots.
Okay.
How do you relieve them of all their money and belongings?
I could take the L. Ron Hubbard method and start a religion.
Yeah.
Because he has been quoted many times about the benefit of both tax evasion and getting money from those who are easily manipulated. And the best way to do it is to start a religion.
Yeah.
I think Scientology is unrelated to those statements. I think he did. That was just something he actually believed, and that's not a scam, obviously.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah.
Religion's so good. It's just so easy, isn't it? Not actually too easy.
It's not that easy. Yeah.
You have to put a bit of effort into
But
it.
it's the quickest way, they said, wasn't it?
All right, quickest way.
And religion isn't particularly that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get all kinds of like government things to say that you're a religion and whatnot.
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking. Spitballing.
Yeah.
You have a device that you plug into your wall, and it emits like a sonar thing, but also a little bit of a smell, and you tell people that they don't need to put on deodorant. Well, they sort of need to put on deodorant sometimes, right? And then you make them pay for it. Brilliant. Done. Next.
Yep.
No. Okay, this is what I do.
Why could you not say, I will talk to you each and solve all your problems, then sit down and let them talk all their problems through themselves, and then charge them? Because what I'm saying is it's a scam. It's a scam.
The message of this show, if you learn nothing else,
yes,
it is that psychologists bloody scam.
Yes. Obviously, also, if you're going through a hard time, it's good to talk
probably
to someone.
probably talk to someone. Because look, like we're confident it's a scam, but not confident enough that you shouldn't go see them if you've got some mental issues going on. I mean, depression's real. Get out there, talk to a professional. And if they don't help you, scam.
Yeah. Both ways we win.
It's a win-win-win. Okay, this has to be easier. Idiots in a room. Look, I know I'm asking this question, but I would like you to clarify. What's in this room?
I was picturing a blank room.
Yes, that was nice.
Full of idiots.
Yeah.
Maybe some couches and like some tables and whatever. Like, they're not all necessarily standing in a big huddle, but
yeah,
it's just a big waiting room full of idiots.
Okay.
First of all, my first question is like, why am I here? And then I would start getting really self-reflective.
Oh, shit. Like, you're the idiot.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they've told everyone else that they're in a room full of idiots, and they have to try and get money.
Social experiment.
That would be a really interesting.
Okay, don't steal our social experiment.
Okay. That is bloody brilliant. In that case, there's a whole bunch of people trying to get money off me. Okay, easy solution.
Yep.
Right. They're coming out with witty things to try and get me to give them all my stuff.
Yep.
And I say, yep, definitely, I will commit to doing this stuff for you. But as a sign of goodwill, I think you should give me half of what you're asking.
Right.
And then they're like, well, I've bloody got him. Because he just wants a bit of trust or something. Actually, it says belongings as well.
Okay.
So if I had money on me, right?
Yep.
Let's say I've got like $50. I'm like, look, I will give you the $50. But just because I don't want to be scammed, give me a shoe.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they give me their shoe, and I say, look, okay, there's a lot of people here. I'm just going to assess everybody, and you commit to everyone that you're going to give them $50. You end up with like so many shoes, and it was just about it wasn't about value. Well, at least I hope not. and is about amount of belongings you get. I can get so many shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and in the end, I'd give somebody my $50. I've got all these shoes, mate. Why do I need these $50? Got myself a shoe fortune.
Yeah, I like that you're playing the because everyone's going to go for money right away.
Yeah.
I like that you went a different route.
Yeah, because people are like, a shoe, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, cool.
I'm in this blank room. what do I need a shoe for? And I'm the shoe king. And then when they develop problems with their posture from only having one shoe, who do they come to? Who are they willing to buy?
And you better
double
believe
the amount
of more than $50.
Oh yeah. It's going to be a lot of money. So I think I've outsmarted the idiots. Here's the follow-up. This is by Silent Samurai.
Yep.
You're an idiot in a room full of confirmed geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you prevent them from taking all your money and belongings?
Butter knife.
Just so easy.
Yeah.
You whip that bad boy out. Ooh, they'll back off.
Okay, how do you
They'll back
stop
off.
them from taking all your money? I can't. I spend so much money all the time.
Yeah.
I am one of these confirmed idiots that just money pours out of me.
That's true. I give in.
If
Give
they-
in so much that you have nothing left. And then
they can't take nothing, can they?
you can't take none.
Now who's the
they'll have
genius?
to give. Genius. Bloody genius.
Yeah, that one's easier.
That one's,
Give
that's so
everything
much
right away.
easier. Okay, here's the second Ask Reddit.
Okay.
Hot Sauce Warrior 1 says, for the next 24 hours, you have guaranteed success at everything you try. What are you doing?
Lottery.
Okay, this is what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Because I think money is very easy.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, I have only thought about making this question harder and not an answer myself. Okay? But I think excluding monetary gain.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise, like gambling or something. Like I just go to the casino and just
Yeah.
be like, okay, here's $1 gazillion. And
Sure.
double that in no time.
Yep.
So I'm thinking it has to be for some other gain or something that whatever you try to do, except I thought because it says whatever you try to do, you have guaranteed success at everything you try.
Like flying?
Okay, see, flying. This now you're starting.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking. All right. I was going to do something a little bit more humanitarian.
Oh, you're going to do walking? Oh,
damn it! I can already do that. But it'd be weird if I'm like, I'm just trying to walk, and then I walk in a really weird way. I'm like, is this the way everybody was meant to do it? Like, I've invented a new walk that is more economical. No, but I was thinking of a what's the thing? Like a clean energy nuclear thing. What's it called? Like fusion,
renewable energy. Yeah.
It was the thing that Dr. Oct was trying to do. Okay, from Spider-Man 2, he was at that. I want to try that, and I think then because if I'm just trying and it happens, I succeeded at it. I've played Change the World.
Here's another one. I guess you could say, look, I've never taken a crack at curing cancer, but I think I've got 24 hours. And then, lo and behold, you've done it.
You've just done it.
And sure, I think that the notoriety that would come with curing cancer.
Yeah.
Why, and I think the cure should be free anyway because it's such a thing. But I'm sure that you would be very well respected and looked after as well.
You might get a bit of money on the side. Bit of attention from the female variety, perhaps.
Money,
lots of money.
Yeah,
and then women are attracted to you because of the money. That's what I was getting at. Is what I meant.
But then they'll give me money.
But then they will give you money because they're idiots. And we've come full circle.
All right, so that's good because if this strikes us both at once, you take care of renewable energy, like clean renewable energy.
Yeah,
and I'll cure cancer.
Okay, I like the idea.
And then think of all the listeners would get. Because like, guys, we cured cancer and energy.
And energy, just what do you give us? Just $33,000 a week. That's all I'm asking.
The least you could do to say thank you was subscribe.
Subscribe and $33,000 a week. Do you know what I'd like to? Because if you're like, okay, I'm going to cure cancer.
Yeah.
Think about all the wild things you could do.
Yeah.
I would go to a cancer patient, crack an egg on their head, and then theoretically that would work.
Uh-huh.
You just do the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
And because you know that's going to succeed.
Turns out a swift kick to the shin.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Nobody's ever tried that for cancer.
Kicking cancer patients has been frowned upon.
Yeah.
And that has really that's really stilted.
It halted progress. If anything, if you haven't kicked a cancer patient, really you're more of the cause than anything. I like the idea as well that people that have beaten cancer are like, oh yeah, there was that one time I got kicked in the shins. I never put that together.
It would be interesting if someone rushed in one day and they're like, I've done it. I've had a medical breakthrough. I was struck by a curse that said that if I tried anything within 24 hours, I would succeed. And I wanted to cure something, so I've done it. I've cured dandruff.
Yeah.
And you go, what? But there's so many other disease. I mean, dandruff sucks, sure, but there's shampoo for that.
Yeah, we didn't really need that.
You could have anything. AIDS.
So many things.
And then they go, oh, yeah, I had dandruff. So
yeah,
you cure what you know.
Well, I'm glad we've discussed this then before this reality takes place. Rightio. That's it for another Ask Reddit segment. But not for the episode, because next we've got Podnapping.
Oh my god, I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
I still really like that. It was a very good intro.
Thank you.
So just...
You don't praise my other intros that I made, Nelson. I don't think I haven't noticed.
Yeah, well, they were rubbish. So this segment, for those who don't know, is basically we decided that we would steal a segment or topic of conversation.
Borrow a segment, Nelson. Because we give it back.
We podnap it.
Yep.
They gave us $33,000. We send it back.
We send them a note with letters cut out of different magazines and newspapers.
Yeah.
Being like, nice segment. Shame if something happened to it. $33,000 and then our address. And we realized we shouldn't be giving them our address.
Yeah, it's a terrible. They know exactly where we live. Anyway, so Camber, you're going to do this week?
Yes. So, as we know, it was my turn. And then it was your turn, which means it is Hazim's turn.
It's Hazim's turn.
Luckily, Hazim has written in.
Yeah, I know. I'm really glad that he's committed to this.
Okay, so this is from Hazim. He says, "Gents, we're quickly tapping out my podcast as I don't listen to that many."
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
Why did Hazim agree wholeheartedly to help this segment if he only listened to just a few podcasts?
Yeah.
Lazy. Start researching Hazim.
I thought you were going to let him off the hook.
You've got 3 weeks now, okay? Because it's Camber next week, and then me, and then Hazim. It's you again, okay? And I really want you to just go nuts, okay?
And look, Hazim,
pretend this is a full-time job.
Hazim, and we understand that you didn't commit to this in any kind of real sense or sign any contract or anything like that. Yeah. But we will harass you unless, and this is important, $33,000.
Yeah.
That will get you off the hook.
Or a podcasting mate. Which one would you choose? Okay, I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. Maybe Hazim's really rich. We haven't explored that avenue before.
Consider he was really rich.
My God.
Okay, he doesn't listen to many. But if I can be allowed some leverage, there was a radio show on NPR for a long time called Car Talk. The premise is that 2 mechanics who happen to be incredibly funny and intelligent answer people's car repair questions. Occasionally, they bring someone back to see if their advice was correct in a segment called Sump the Chumps. So this is an idea of experts in a field, and they're being asked advice by everyday people that might not know. And Hazim actually asked us another question that we'll use later on for the AMA.
The AMA, yeah. Okay.
So don't think I haven't read all your email. So I thought, well, we don't know anything about cars, Nelson.
Yeah.
But what do you know about? It's a bloody Reddit podcast, Reddit. So I've gathered questions from people that want to know about things about Reddit.
I read it.
And I'm going to put them to you.
Okay.
Who is the... You're the chump that shall be stumped, or will you?
Or I might stump chumps.
Exactly. This is what's so exciting about this segment.
Could go either way.
Okay, so the first question is from Luke. One half of the Goodall and Gallagher comedy duo.
Okay.
Okay,
you did research on this.
Yep.
This is
He asks, how much time and engagement does one have to put in to be a valued member of the Reddit community? The bare minimum.
Okay. The bare minimum that you need to put in is look, you can scroll Reddit all your life, right? But to be part of the community,
just Luke, listen up.
you need to comment and or post.
Right.
Okay. Upvoting doesn't really count because that's not really. You don't have to put much effort into that. You just press a button.
It's barely an engagement.
Yeah. You can get in on the ground floor with just easy comment that is just like, it's funny. Or, that's a cute picture of those dogs.
We were actually given a good bit of advice by PM Me Your Tits Girl.
Yeah.
Our favourite guest that we've ever had on the show. He gave us the piece of advice that is you switch it to like a latest. Was it? Like by most current?
Top in the last hour.
Yes, right, top in the last hour.
Yeah.
And then you start commenting really early on those posts, and if one of them blows up and you're an early comment, you get a lot of karma.
Yeah. Well, I thought this was a bit of a different question.
Sure.
So I was gonna. Yeah. I thought that might be the answer to one of the later questions.
Okay,
but it's fine. Whatever. You've just taken that now. I can't go back to that as an idea. All I'm saying is, you need to write a comment, flaming somebody.
Yep.
About their post. Tell them they're a dickhead.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're wrong. Okay? Just flame them.
Yeah.
Get some downvotes, right? That is when you're really integrated into the Reddit community.
Yeah,
okay. Flame somebody online, get downvoted.
Okay. There you are, Luke. There's your answer on how much time and engagement it takes to be a valued member of the Reddit community.
Yep.
Okay, I've got one from Stacey.
Okay.
She says, I don't really understand what Reddit Gold is. What is it?
Okay. Reddit Gold. You know how you're having a conversation with somebody?
Yep.
And they come out with a zinger.
Sure.
And you're like, I would give you a medal if I had one.
Sure.
On me.
We say that often.
Reddit gives you the ability to buy that gold medal that you can then gift to somebody else.
Sure.
Really, it's essentially like it's just like because Reddit doesn't run off much advertising. I think especially in the early days, right? Yeah. It didn't have much advertising or any advertising, I want to say. And so it's kind of like built from the community. And I think it still kind of holds that value. Like the ads that they currently have aren't super intrusive.
Yeah.
But they probably needed to generate a lot more income than they were getting from people buying Reddit Gold accounts. So that's essentially what's sad. But now they've got Reddit Silver and Reddit Platinum.
Sure.
So they're really capitalizing on that sort of thing. Okay. I think it's an okay idea. I kind of like it. What I love the most, actually, is when somebody gives a Reddit Gold to a random comment that's not that funny or not that good, and you're like, well, that person really enjoyed that. You were the only person that thought that person's response was brilliant.
Okay, I have a few more. Do you have time for one or two more?
I got so much time.
So this is from Kieran.
Yeah.
This is a very, very base level beginner question.
Okay.
Can you do an elevator Reddit pitch, like in 30 seconds, sell it? Because he said to me, I don't really even know what it is.
Yeah.
So I said, well,
okay.
Why don't you ask us?
I got it for you.
Yeah.
Reddit is a place where you can go online and meet and discuss with like-minded people your hobbies and your interests, and you get news and interesting topics of conversation about said interests.
Yes. And it's like a less orchestrated and I suppose tracked version of Facebook, in that you share things that you love and then people can engage with that.
Yeah.
Whereas Facebook is kind of now just a dumping ground for ads and whatever. Reddit is like a really pure internet form of that.
Yeah. And I think it's
obviously it's everyone,
kind of like,
not just your friends.
I mean, I know I made the joke before about it being people being toxic on there, but I think it is almost the least toxic place on the internet to just sort of discuss. But I think Reddit really is, more than anything, for for people with just hobbies, and interests, and it's for that because there is a community on literally everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so brilliant and so good, because really, like, Reddit isn't it's not about the shower thoughts, and it's not about Ask Reddit, it's not about these Today I Learned things. That's kind of just like extra little bits of entertainment in between.
Yeah.
But I love using it most for Dungeons and Dragons and for Dota, right? My two kind of biggest interests, because I get like a lot of news out of those things in the scene that I would literally just not get otherwise. Like, it wouldn't come up on Facebook, or it'd be so much harder to like get that information, or because essentially it collates like everything. Somebody would read an article on one site and then post it to Reddit, and somebody would read an article on another site and post it to Reddit. So you just go to Reddit and you've got all the information that you ever need. I think it's so good for that. I told my dad to like get into it for the same reason. I was like, if you have any hobby, I was like, you like motorbikes? There'll be a motorbike subreddit.
Yeah.
Go on there, check out cool motorbikes.
That's good. Longer than 30 seconds.
Longer than 30 seconds. But I had a butter knife and I was holding that person in the lift. I slammed the stop button. I took out my butter knife and I said, you fucking listen to what Reddit has to offer, okay?
Okay. And there's just one last one. I guess this is just a quick yes or no answer from you. This is from Natalie. She says, do you think the government keeps track of Reddit posts?
Yes, but not to the degree of like nailing down. I know Reddit has been approached by like the FBI and stuff, because there's some fucked up shit on Reddit.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's people that are like, yeah, I killed someone, and there's literally like a subreddit called Confessions, and there's people that've confessed some really freaky shit. And I know Reddit has sometimes worked with the like FBI to actually track down these people that are killers or have done some sort of ludicrous crime. I know they try not to do it too much, because it's kind of part of Reddit is about the integrity of, you can be very anonymous, and so Reddit doesn't like giving away information much at all.
Makes sense.
But they can. So I think sort of is what I'm saying.
And I think they track it in the sense that they track everything. So I don't think they're specifically tracking Reddit, but I'm sure there's keyword searches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you did a Reddit post, how to make a bomb, they would probably pop up on some kind of government thing. So they track it in the general sense, I suppose.
Yeah. Cool. And I also reckon they would track things like the Donald, which is about Donald Trump. Or not even that, actually. I think they're more likely to track, well, probably from both sides, but I was going to say people talking smack about wanting to like assassinate Donald Trump.
But again, I would say that's just a general surveillance thing. It's not Reddit specific.
Yeah, exactly, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so yes.
Anyway, there you go. There was some advice from an expert. And also I was here.
Yeah.
For all those listeners who had a question about Reddit.
I think you made up all those listeners, and they were all your questions.
Nelson, I know a little bit about Reddit. I have 113 episodes. I think I would know what Reddit Gold was.
Yes.
And I didn't just learn it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Believable.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? We can get into AMA now. We're listening to the show, just like you listen to Ryan and asking anything you want. Do you want to do the rest of Hazim's email, which is sort of like a question as well?
Of course. So he continues on because he talks about these guys answering people's questions and then they check back up. Has there ever been anything you have answered off the cuff during a show that you've later looked up and realized how incorrect your answer was? Hazim. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Almost every show, I would say.
Like all the time. All the time.
What's a fact I've said on this show? It's probably wrong.
Because quite often we will, I listen back to the episodes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think, what the F was I thinking, or what were we thinking?
Yeah.
More than once, I'm sorry, Cam, I'm going to throw you under the bus, but don't worry, I'm going to drag myself down with you.
As long as it's a murder-suicide, I'm happy.
Yeah. More than once, Cambo, you have referred to Sweden as Switzerland. And both times, during both those episodes, I was like, I think he's, like, you've said the wrong thing. Yeah. But just in case I'm an idiot and they are the same thing, I'm not going to correct you. So I just let it go, which I feel like is just as dumb as getting the two confused. So that...
No, so I'm dumb, but you're cowardly.
I'm cowardly. But no, Hazim, I'm going to give you one that is very fresh.
Okay.
Last episode, we spoke about getting $100 billion. And I said, I want to buy Australia. And after we finished the episode, I was like, you know what? I don't think $100 billion is enough.
Yeah.
Like, anywhere near
and again,
enough.
I did have that thought, but I was so cowardly that I didn't bring it up.
I said it with such vigor and, convincing nature. But, yeah, I was like, wait, $100 billion? Because I thought about it. I was like, we've done, road constructions where they brag about, hey, we spent like $2 billion on building this road. I was like, you don't need many of those roads to quickly get to $100 billion. So, I did do a quick Google, actually, after Hazim sent this through. Yeah. Because I was like, I think I'm wrong, but I'm not going to check it because I don't really care. So, but I did go through and I did check it. Okay. So, Australia, 7,577 billion. I was 7,477 billion off. So just a bit under the mark there.
Yeah.
Just for interest's sake, if anybody's interested, the entire world, 317,084 billion dollars is what the world is worth. United States is the top country, 98,154 billion. Here's what... and we were talking about Greece. I was like, Greece should be able to buy that. No problem. 975 billion. So still need a bit more money for that one. But let me just quickly go through all the ones that we could buy.
Okay.
For $100 billion or less.
I also just want to point out, Nelson, that you might not be able to buy Australia, but you could buy a bunch of those roads. And then just close it.
I could buy all this and then drive the price of Australia down to where they're willing to take just $100 billion.
But buy Australia.
They're like, why did we sell those roads? That was such a dumb idea in hindsight. So
we needed the Nullarbor Highway.
Why? I don't know. Like, no trucks can get there. This was a dumb idea. Anyway, so okay, here we go. Angola, they're worth 102 billion, but I reckon you can like Angola. Look, what do you got going for you?
I'm saying you think you're worth 102. I'm giving you 100 billion right now.
Right now, cash money.
Shake my hand.
Cash money. I've got a freighter just filled with notes. By the way, this is all USD. In case anybody was interested. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to quickly go through the rest, which is, it goes down. Uruguay, Cyprus, Sri Lanka, Panama, Serbia, Jordan, Kazakhstan, El Salvador, Estonia, Honduras, Kenya, Lithuania, Ukraine, Latvia, Myanmar, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Malta, Bolivia, Bahamas, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Paraguay, Albania, Turkmenistan, Nepal, Mauritius, Ivory Coast, Cambodia, Papua New Guinea.
It would be good for me to buy Cambodia, wouldn't it?
I think you should buy Cambodia.
Yeah. I'll literally just rename it Cambo.
That's the 99th one. It's only 33 billion.
You left over.
We could buy Papua New Guinea and the Ivory Coast and still have money left over.
Think about it.
Let's just keep that in the front of our minds.
Yeah.
For when we get $100 billion.
If we ever start that Patreon and it gets up to 100 billion,
100 billion.
Listeners, just know that we will buy Cambodia.
You've got a house on either Cambodia, Papua New Guinea, or the Ivory Coast.
Yes.
You've got one.
Yeah.
Just by donating.
Does any other Patreon offer you a house in Cambodia?
Is that the top level though?
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, because
you can come stay at other tiers.
If we've got 1 billion people giving us $1, it might not be enough.
That's only $1 billion.
Not enough space. So, that's
we need
1
billion.
We need so many more. Oh yeah, we need 100 billion people giving us $1,
or 1 billion people giving us 100.
Yeah. Oh yeah, billion. That's fine.
$100 for a house.
Yeah, it's fine. $100 for a house. I mean, you might have to.
It's crowded.
Kick out the neighbors, but it's nothing that we haven't done before. So You know?
Yeah.
Think of the positives. Right?
Has him there? Was that
Did
an
we
answer?
what was your...
As we get drunk on ideas, I think, and then we really forget what we were doing.
Yeah. Look, anyway, let's move on. We got another one. We got the last AMA of the show, and it's by Cousin Rowan. He said, "Gentlemen, last week you spoke about picking up random beers." Oh, this was two weeks ago, but anyway. Thank you. Picking up random beers. I once was at a party when I used to smoke, in brackets, and was dropping my cigarette butts into an empty beer can. Several hours later, I mistook it for my beer and drank out of it. Not my finest moment. Yeah, super gross. Yeah. I'm so glad that when I was a smoker, I never did that, because it's a slippery slope, let me tell you. Because, would you believe it, getting more drunk means that you're a little bit more incompetent as you go. So
I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, factual.
Well, I'll look that up after and see if that's another thing you're wrong about.
Yeah. I could be wrong. Okay, he said, my 5-year-old has been listening to a kids podcast called But Why? I've been learning. But why? So, I think it's because there was also a typo. So I think it's called But Why.
Okay.
And he said, so I've been learning some fun and useless facts.
Okay, so they've been listening to a kids podcast called But Why.
Yeah.
And he's been learning some fun facts.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Here's just an idea before we move on.
Yep.
We could target kids in a podcast. They are very impressionable.
And idiots.
We could get them to give us money. Mm-hmm. We'll just do some we'll put on silly voices like,
whoa, hey, it's Wacky Nelson Campbell.
Hey, we like Fortnite and
whoa, we're dabbing
we're dabbing and fidget spinners and Pokemon, and that's it. That is the show.
But we do that. And then we go, whoa! Now get your parents' credit cards.
Yeah.
And go onto our website.
Yeah. Donate $1 billion. We need 100 of you to do this. Okay. Anyway, so AMA 60.0. And this is much more of a trivia question than I guess anything else. Do you know which Australian animal does cube-shaped poo?
Now, has he provided the answer as well?
He hasn't.
Okay.
Because
we can speculate, but we will never know.
That's true. I think I know.
Yeah.
But I could definitely not.
Well, okay, so you think you know.
Yeah.
I definitely know, but you go first.
Okay.
I'll tell you whether I knew that.
I think it's a lizard.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that.
No, it's not. That's what I think. I just wanted to see whether you would, what you would say.
Obviously, that time I was joking.
Yeah. No, I think it's a wombat.
A wombat. You know, I was. This is genuine now. I was stuck between either wombat or kangaroo. I don't know why those two.
Yeah.
But if you think it was wombat, and I weirdly, for some reason, got a wombat vibe.
Yeah.
Should we lock in wombat?
Yes. Lock it in. Eddie.
Yep,
that's not a good reference that most of our listeners will get. But yeah, I think wombat. Mm-hmm. Which, you know what? That's a talent. Okay, if I could poo in cube, it would hurt. Actually, that's a bad idea. What?
You need to have a square sphincter.
Yeah. Is it? Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Because I imagine it's still just just squeeze it out like a hole.
Yeah. Look, I would hazard a guess that they're not perfect cubes.
Yeah, but still, anything even remotely resembling, I'm impressed.
Yeah, well,
okay. Why isn't poo more pyramid shaped? Think about that.
The classic cartoon poo is.
Yeah. Well, after it's swirled around a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think if you really tried,
who is swirling their poo?
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of dogs doing it. Yeah. That's weird. What are they doing?
Or is there something in it?
Maybe we should start. Look. Next week, listeners, we'll let you know if you need to swirl your poo or not. Yeah. You might be missing out. But anyway, wombat, factually correct. I'm saying it right now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, what eats roots and leaves?
That's for you, Rowan.
It's a wombat.
Okay. You gave him the answer.
Yeah, but it's
something that he didn't give us.
I think I said the joke wrong because it's meant to be. Yeah, I think I've given the punchline. I've given 2 punchline because it's meant to be what eats roots and leaves.
Right.
You know?
Of course.
Like a sleaze bag.
Yeah.
But it's a wombat because it eats roots and leaves.
Yeah.
If you rearrange some of those words and
In fact,
sentences
if anyone is any good at audio editing, edit that into a joke.
I've given you the structure of a brilliant joke.
All the ingredients are there. Just gotta pop it in the oven for 15.
Yeah. So come back to us with that. That'd be great. All right, Gambu, that is it for another episode.
Holy moly!
I've read it on Reddit.
We've done it.
Thank you for writing in, Hazim and Rowan. Oh, Hazim, I just thought of another one. Was your name? Because I called you Hazim.
Yeah.
And then I remember thinking after many, like 2 or 3 episodes, like being, I think his name is Hazim, but I've already committed to Hazim. I'm not going to look this up or ask for clarification. And only until you wrote in was I decided to change that. So,
and
it's not one for you.
Look, if we're just laying it all out bare, I was ignorant to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep, there you go. Thanks for writing in, guys. If you would like to do so, you can reach us via email, readitpodcast, readitpodcast @gmail.com.
Electronic
mail.
mail.
You can also reach us at Facebook
mail.
At Twitter
mail.
and our subreddit.
It's just a subreddit.
It's just subreddit. And that, I think, has more of a mail option than Twitter and Facebook, and you've totally bolstered it.
I disagree. I'm going to Google it and find out.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and we will read you later. Oh, and subscribe and rate us. $33,000.